And now, I want you to hear from somebody who, unfortunately, most of you in the back of the audience will not be able to see as she's speaking. This is a subject that's very dear to my heart because I've spent a lot of time fighting for decent services for people in need, for the people who the corporations have absolutely no interest in, the people that they want to kick to the side. Anybody basically who's marginalized or who doesn't have a whole bankroll of money to pay to the political system. And there's a group in Chicago called ADAPT. And I need you to know, ADAPT are some of the most gutsy and courageous campaigners I've ever met. These are folks, we've got, I don't know, maybe a couple of thousand people here today. I've seen ADAPT show up with a handful, with 5 or 10 people, and block a building, block the elevators, do what needs to be done, because what they are is a direct action group that fights for the rights of disabled people. And they have been fighting on this issue since long before it was cool. They're the guys, they're the reason why the bus stops and when they have kneeling buses where there's seats for disabled people on a CTA bus. They're the reason why at the sidewalk there's a place for a wheelchair to go up. And I could go on at great length, but right now I want to give you to Rahnee Patrick, representing ADAPT, and it's a real honor, Rahnee, to give the microphone to you at this moment. Thank you.
Can you hear me? I'm Rahnee Patrick. I'm the member of Chicago ADAPT. We've been around since 1984, kicking ass and taking names and making change on those buses before there was a federal law that made everybody do it, because we got arrested just like our one and only presidential candidate right here in Chicago, Bernie Sanders. We inherited a tradition that he clearly used, which is committed civil disobedience, to get people to pay attention to the civil rights of people of color and people with disabilities. Look, this campaign, this race is very tight in here in the Democratic National Convention. And if you want to get the vote, then we have to get the disability vote. So, Chicago ADAPT is fighting for workers that help us to wipe our ass, to wash our hair, to clean our home, so that we can live and age in place every day. We have the right as people with disabilities to be able to marry, to get jobs, to be able to be participating in our religious institutions. We have the right to live and pursue happiness just like every other American. And we won't be able to do it without single-payer health care. Hello? The system of insurance is not working, and people with disabilities who use insurance every day just to be able to get out of bed, to be able to live our lives, needs a single-payer healthcare system, and there's only one candidate on the ticket that's talking about that. That's our Bernie Sanders. So I just want to share with you that Chicago ADAPT wants people with disabilities to live in the community, and unless we have health care that Bernie Sanders is talking about, we won't get it. So let's stand up and fight for the rights of people all across this country, and let's free our people!